Off, bro. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to the Wild Rap Podcast, Wild Rap Podcast, and I'm your host, Fredo the God, and I got my host in the building, X the Prophet. And today we got a special guest, man. We got LG in the building, off the grid's very own LG, man. How you doing, sir?
What's good with y'all, man? Appreciate you, the God. What's going on, man? Appreciate y'all, man.
Oh, man, we doing good, man. We chilling, man. Just living life.
Now y'all working, man. I pay attention even when I'm on the road. Y'all working. My notifications go off when y'all working. Y'all working. Y'all consistent. I love the
Oh yeah,
consistency, man.
man.
Love the
That
consistency, man.
That's one thing that we got to do is stay consistent, man. If I was to get into the story on how we started, man, it'll be just the inspiration.
Yeah.
Cause it's like me and a group of friends, we wanted to do something, and I just raised the question: how many times we gonna talk about doing something and never actually doing it? You know what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Too much
And this
dialogue.
here is and this here is one of the things that we talked about doing, and that we just stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that started with us isn't here anymore, but
Wow.
this here is just one of the ones where like we started it and we consistent with it, man.
Y'all definitely consistent with it. You know the
Hey,
funny thing is,
can
like
y'all
you
hear
say,
me? I can't get
you
no
start
audio.
Yeah,
the
we can hear
same
you
people.
now, bro.
You can hear me?
I don't hear nobody.
You can't hear anybody. We can hear you, bruh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, LG. I can hear you.
I can hear everybody.
He can't hear us. That's what he's saying.
Oh wow.
Now let me add him back. Yo, Prophet, can you hear us, bro? Yo, Prophet.
I think he
Yo,
dropped low
Prophet.
again. Now he back.
He got to leave out and join back in.
More than most likely.
But yeah, I'm not gonna delay any longer. But tell us where you from, man. Like let's get into a little background, man.
Oh,
Like
definitely. I'm originally from New York City. Go upstairs. Go upstairs. I'm originally from New York City. So I was a hip hop artist back home, and I've opened up for some pretty dope artists, Mobb Deep, DMX, couple of people that just
oh,
to add to
that's
my
what's up.
resume. I had released 4 mixtapes back home. I had my own official album that dropped in '06. So I was used to the music game. I've always been a hip hop fan. I've always been a lyricist. So I swung into battle rap a little bit later on in the game than most. But I just got a love for it, you know. But as you get older, with as time goes on in life, you know, you evolve and what you do and what you start off with is not where you normally end up at. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
what you're starting plan is not sometimes where it ends up at. So for me, I love the fact that I was able to give advice to hip hop artists on, you know, going to get their publishing and, you know, start make sure you write your own lyrics and your own hooks. You know, even be a ghostwriter for other artists and things of that nature. Just brand yourself. Just giving out that information on the mistakes that we made in our era. That where you guys don't have to do the same thing. You can capitalize off those mistakes and make something of it. You know what I mean? Instead of sitting here hiding the information on how to get it, it's better to just give it out. You know, you get your blessings on the back end, y'all. I mean, that's how I believe. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. I don't never mind helping out another person. So, but again, just to make a long story short, you know, that's where I come from. I started off in UBL Battle League and something called Underground New York. We kind of mentioned that earlier, and UBL was showing love. You know, they were sponsoring, not really sponsoring, but was more like a big brother to Underground New York. Make a long story short, I really didn't, you know, the battle rappers on there that we worked with were good, you know, excellent. But the business, as far as the name, just wasn't clicking. You know, that Underground New York, didn't sound like a battle rap league. It sounded like a underground or independent record label. You know, and we voiced our opinions on it. You know, and came up with a name for them called Grid City. That was their name because they were in New York City Grid City would apply to them, you know. And again, it was really good on the marketing. And what I came up with on top of the Grid City was mine called Off the Grid, because I'm not in New York anymore. I moved to NC in 2018. You know, and again, I started battle rapping down here. I've been on Premier Battle Rap League. My first, Jesus, I moved here in 2018. I would say by 2019 February, I was already on Premier. I was already working with Legs. I had already met Bogues and got real acquainted with a lot of the battle rappers from Premier. So a lot of them know me from Premier. You know.
Man, since you brought up Premier, Ken,
Uh-huh.
like we always ask,
Go ahead.
what was it with Legs, man? Like, what
Ah,
what was it? We always have to ask this question, man. What was it with
okay.
Legs, man?
Okay. I can be honest with you on that. I had no issue with Legs. I never had a back and forth with him or argument with him or anything like that. But the one thing I got is I'm book smart and I'm street savvy. And I know when a nigga trying to get over on me or when a nigga trying to be funny. You can feel
Right.
it. We got something called men intuition. You can feel when a nigga not being genuine. And again, I extended the olive branch to him. We used to chop it up on ideas on battle rap events and things of that nature. So I give you an example. I wanted to do something in Charlotte where we rent out a mini mansion in Charlotte and do a 2-day event. And I ran that by him. I said, yo, I want to run and do a 2-day event. And I like to rent out this Airbnb and combine some of the battlers I know from New York. Let's get them down here. Let's do something real nice. And the man told me, oh, no, that can't be done. It's a little too big. You're thinking too big, blah, blah, blah. Make a long story short, 2 months later, I see this event pop up in Carolina Premiere at an Airbnb mini mansion in Charlotte. So that's the type of time he was on. And when he pulled that trigger, I just fell back from him, you know? When he found out that I was going to make Off the Grid a league in Winston-Salem, you know, he voiced his opinion on how he felt like, you know, how can we work together? You know, you're my competition. And I had to keep telling him, I hate it when black men think that the first thing we think when we see each other is competition. Why can't we be partners on certain shit? Why can't we group up? There's so much money out here, so much spacing, so much land. What are we talking about? You know, what are we fighting over? What are we, you know what I mean? What are we pit fighting for? So his mentality was, I'm Pepsi, everybody else is Coke. Well, no disrespect, man. I like rum and Coke better than Pepsi. Keeping it fucking real with you, you know what I mean? So I had a fucking choice. You know, if they got at the bar and they be like, yo, what you want? I want a rum and Coke. I don't want a Pepsi and Coke. So, you know. One second, y'all. My wife is trying to holler at me. Must be an emergency. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second.
Go ahead, man.
Oh, yeah. Y'all, you can hear me though, right? I'm back.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
All right. Hey, why he do that, man? Let me address this, man. Fabulous is a dope rapper, y'all. He dope.
Facts,
Okay,
man.
like nobody's not saying he's a whack rapper. All I'm saying is when you tell the story of hip hop, the history of hip hop, you can skip the chapter that say Fabulous and not miss a beat. You're not going to be like, oh my gosh, how do we get from here to here? Like, how do we do this? How do we? You don't need Fabulous for that. Like he's fire, but he is not no game changer. He's not groundbreaking. He's not anything new. He's just a nice puncher. Yeah, man. There was a post that I posted earlier. Let me ask you this while you in here.
I think I seen it. Something about Fabulous.
With the other rap. Okay, so let me ask you that. You the rappers, okay. Jeezy, Gucci, Ross, Fab, Jada. Who can you erase from history? Who would you erase from history and why?
I'm gonna remove Fab. Fab got the weakest catalog.
Thank you.
Thank you. Like that's it. I know
That's
I
When
wasn't tripping, man.
it comes to catalog and even popularity, he's still the weakest one. Even when it comes to popularity, he's not more popular than Jeezy. All the names you mentioned are still more popular than him. But even so, They have a better catalog. They have a way better catalog. So, and
And
I'm
that's
from
what
New
we
York.
was
I can
trying
tell
to
you that
tell
right now.
them, man.
And this coming from a New York dude. I appreciate
Yeah.
the fact you saying that, man, from New York, because
Yeah,
they was
I
trying
mean,
to crucify me earlier, man.
nah, man. I sometimes people can be a little bit New York biased, but I mean, when you examine for what it is, I mean, what are we talking about here? Just,
Right.
That's what
gotta
I'm
give people,
saying.
you gotta give people what it is that they earn, and in reality, I mean, Jeezy dropped an album and he's gonna hit platinum probably within a week or two. Fabulous got to climb there within a 2-month span. He's not gonna get there in a 2-week span. He's not gonna ring bells immediately with a single. You know what I
This
mean?
And
this how I
my
look
whole
at it.
thing, too, is when New York needed somebody to take the crown from Jay-Z. Jay-Z was retiring.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 50 Cent had did all that bully shit, bro. Like, he had crumbled New York down, bro. Niggas was all divided in their corners, bro. They needed a nigga to just step up out of that beef shit and just, you know what I mean, and
Do
carry
it.
the thing, bro. And he had the perfect opportunity, and I don't feel like he did nothing with it, bro.
He
Like,
didn't.
that's, you know what I mean? Like, he a good spitter, bro. He dropped fire mixtapes. Like, I'm not taking nothing away from him.
Here's the
Yeah, but
thing.
he take a while to do that too. He take a while to drop those mixtapes. They drop like what, every 3-4 years. So I mean, when you got other guys dropping 2 mixtapes a year and an album on top of that, so who's working consistently? You got other people outworking you. So as sometimes even as a rapper, I think they forget. They think one gigantic song is gonna carry them. It's only gonna carry you but so far. You got to still follow that up, and your follow up has got to be just as good as your breakout single. So I mean,
There you go, man. That's all we're saying, bro.
Here's my whole
yeah,
thing on Fabulous. Like, Fabulous is a hell of a good artist, but he's just like Papoose. Like, he's only good for a freestyle. Like,
correct.
and not only that, and when he make music, he only make good cookout music, like good barbecue music. Like, you're
Right.
not gonna sit there and listen to Fabulous
No,
like by
no,
yourself. Like, you're not
no.
gonna just throw on a Fabulous. It gotta
Nah, you're not.
be in the moment. It has to be in the moment, bro. Like, oh, Fabulous just dropped a new freestyle. Okay, we're gonna check it out in that moment. But nobody's checking for Fabulous. Like, nobody's checking
Yeah,
for Fabulous, man. Like, it's like,
I
okay,
agree.
yeah, let's drop the freestyle. We know it's gonna be fire. Like, what else? We
I,
know
def-
he gonna
I definitely agree on that one right there. There's no bias on that. I mean, it's just kind of obvious on that. I don't know who would crucify you on that because it's just obvious.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. So that sounds like a little bit New York bias. You could have ran into a couple of New York cats that just wasn't trying to just kind of
Nah,
concede to the
these niggas
fact
from
that.
Well,
the Carolinas,
let me ask you. Yeah, these Carolina niggas too, bro.
Oh
That's the crazy shit about it, bro.
wow!
It's just crazy, man. But let me ask you this, man. You
Yeah.
being from New York, man, and down here, you seen both cities, man. Is there a difference between the New York battle rap scene and the Carolina battle rap scene? As far as
Yes. I
what have you noticed about that?
Carolina battle rap scene is very segregated. Let's put it that way. I wish it would be more united. Like I said, it seems like everybody's too busy trying to be number one, and you can still be the best at what you do, but that whole number one stuff, sometimes you got to kind of let that go and just look for success. I'm not looking to be number one. I'm not looking to be the top league in the Carolinas. I'm just looking to be one of the best in the Carolinas. See the difference?
Yes, yes.
Huge difference. Huge difference. I'm not trying to top anybody. I'm not looking at what their cards are doing versus my cards. I come up with my ideas. I share my ideas with my partner. We work it out, and that's how we do it. We really don't look at what other people are doing because we don't want to. You don't want to inadvertently look at somebody else's stuff or pay attention or study them too much because you could inadvertently copy their shit. Not
Yeah.
meaning you're doing it purposely, but because you already were privy
You
to it.
looking too hard. You just, you know what I mean, you picking up their
Right.
habits. You know what I mean?
Correct. So kind of like the one like we were just talking about the whole leg situation. What I learned from legs is now I keep my motherfucking mouth shut. I don't let people know my ideas. I don't let people know nothing. When it drop, it drop. When it happen, it happen. I just give you the shock value of it all. That's the one thing I took from him in my interactions with him. Like I said, I heard some funny things about him. there was some weird shit that was going on with some battle rappers he was sending in my direction, but it was on some battle rap shit, not really on some street shit, like on some battle rap shit. But I didn't know these dudes from a hole in the wall. So, like, for example, Dino. Let's give you a good example. I never met Dino ever in my life, but Dino had interactions with me based off of what Legs was telling me. Never met this guy before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now I've met Dino in person several times, and I never took it to a point where I felt like I needed to do something physically to this man when I saw him, even after what he was saying to me in the inbox and all of that. You know what I mean? Walked right up to him and shook his hand, but I already knew who was the architect. I knew he was young. I'm an older cat. I could look through the bullshit and see who's the puppet and the puppeteer. I'm not really looking at the puppet, you know. I'm trying to figure out what type of time the puppeteer was on. And then again, you know, what you do in the dark is eventually gonna come to light, and people gonna come back and tell you, yo, this is what this dude is doing. You know, he's getting your ideas and trying to build off of you. And again, I don't never mind building with somebody, fellas, but I don't like building with grimy ass niggas. That's a difference. You know what I mean?
And
I mean,
no, I definitely get that.
Fredo hit me up. You know what I mean? It did. I study y'all. I watch y'all, especially when I'm on the road. You know what I mean? So when y'all do y'all interviews, I'm able to tap in and see exactly what y'all got going on. And I wish the man nothing but success. Like I was just telling Bills the other day, I'm like, yo, I wish more battle rappers would get up there, get their ass up there, because the man's got a platform. And I hate to see people not be able to embrace it, but take advantage of it. It's there. What are we doing? You know what I mean? That's the one thing about the Carolinas and New York. I wish the Carolinas was a little bit more.
Yeah, I was
more.
say, man, about that too, man. Like there's politics always too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's niggas behind the scenes, man. You know, trying to take us down, bro. Trying to hate and shit like that, bro. So niggas choose sides at the end of the day. Like at the end of the day, we media, so we're gonna be here for everybody and anybody who is part of battle rap. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
We're not trying to pick sides or create bias or create. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if a nigga say something, get on this platform and talk shit about somebody, that same person has a right to come on this platform and rebuttal. You know what I mean?
That's correct.
That's just the fairness of it. But within doing that, niggas look at shit as like, oh, you disloyal because now you're letting the op on the platform. I'm like, bro, we're a neutral platform. We're not, you know what I mean? We don't belong to no league. We don't belong to no battle rap group. You know what I mean? We're independent. You know what I mean? And niggas be like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? So they got to be able to handle that, and they got to be able to take the good with the bad. Like we'll praise a nigga for catching a body at an event, and then we'll get on him for choking. But when we get on for choking, now we haters. You know what I mean? But I'm like, we was just praising you a month ago at your last event. So
see, what people got to understand is promotions is promotions. If they're not talking about it, I tell rappers this all the time, when they stop talking about you, then you need to worry. That means you're not really relevant. You becoming irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know, if you're the topic of conversation, if you're the topic of discussion, then your name is brewing. Whether it's good or bad, you're in the entertainment business. Battle rap is still the entertainment business. So you're there to entertain. Entertain. I mean,
that's facts.
I don't see the point. I don't see the point in the high school popularity. Who's better than who? Kind, you know, shit. That's why I support Juvelli the way I do. You know, I end up meeting Bills. Actually, Bills reached out to me because he found out from somebody else that I was doing events in Winston, and he was like, "Well, who the hell is that opposite of me that do events in Winston?" And I never even knew. Yeah, I never even knew Bills was Body Bag League owner. So he's hitting me up, and me and him just chopped it up on some real cool shit, and just like authentically, like I could tell the difference in when you're talking to Bills. Bills is real about what he can do and what he can't do. You know what I mean? But he also honest about how to groom you and get you ready for the next steps. So the difference between talking to Bills and building with him and trying to build with Legs, I knew Bills was serious. I knew this man was bullshit. Like I said, you could always read between the lines and the vibes and the energies that certain gentlemen give you. So, you know, it was easy to work with Bills and Body Bags going forward. You know what I mean? For the greater good for battle rap. Because like I said, it's not even about, you know, anybody league being better. We just want to be one of the best. You know, I don't give a fuck about being better than anybody else. That's me measuring myself up, or my talents, or my booking talents, or just my overall to somebody else, and that's unfair to me and that man or that league. You know, I
No,
wish every league success, because like I said, at the end of the day, there's so much talent out there that you could book, right? So
yeah,
much talent, so much talent, and I wish battle rappers stop that. I'm a part of this league. I'm a part of. Listen, if you're not signed to anything, you're not a part of shit. You need to start having more the mentality of the rapper. If you're a battle rapper trying to brand, you need to go to different leagues, different brands, and put yourself out there. That's how you get it. No different
yeah,
from a hip hop artist going to perform in different cities. Different cities have different crowds. So for a New York battle crowd, it may pack out, but I've gone to Charlotte where it was triple the crowd in Charlotte versus me being in Brooklyn. Then I've gone to battle rap events this will mess you up. I've gone to battle rap events in Indianapolis, Indiana, and couldn't fucking get in because it was packed out. You couldn't get in.
that's crazy.
That's right. And mind you, the card had not one name on it that I recognized. Not one name. 9 battles. Didn't recognize not one name on the card, and it packed out. Certain places love battle rap. They just love it. And they don't care who's on that flyer. They're going to come and support it as long as they are entertained. And people really kind of need to pay attention to that part. You're there to entertain. Get yourself out there. Spread yourself around, you know. If you do got a league that you are constantly on because you live in that region, then that makes sense. You should be a regular on that league, but you should also move around, you know.
No,
Get your name out
definitely. I think with that too, man. A lot of these dudes, man, they look for, a certain type of acceptance, man. So when leagues want to claim them, or when they, what I mean, they go hard. The league loyalty here is crazy, bro. Like when they're down, is fuck everybody else, and when they get rocky, or they not getting the push they want in that league, then it's, I'm open for business. So
there. Man, let me tell you
niggas
something,
don't
yo.
look at it as like they supposed to. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Supposed to.
like we want to be loyal to these brands, and we want to build the brand, but at the same time, you got to worry about building yourself as well. And
That's
the only way
correct.
you're gonna be able to do that is to get that experience by traveling around, because you could be the man in one league, you know what I mean, battling there your whole time, and then you step to another league, you understand that they want to hear a different type of sound, or they want a different type of flow, or they want a different type of presence when you hit that stage. So you're not gonna understand that if you stay within a bubble or your league, you know what I mean?
You
So
ain't never lie about that, bro. Because when I was battling in New York, I can honestly tell you, I was so comfortable, bro. Like, even if I didn't know anybody in the crowd like that, I was still so comfortable because I'm home. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because I'm home. And no matter if I'm in a different borough or whoever platform I'm on, I'm still home. But when my first battle in Charlotte against Broward or Carolina Premier, bro, when I tell you the butterflies was in my stomach, bro, my palms are sweaty, knees shaking, mom spaghetti. That shit was real, bro. Traveling down 85 from Winston for that hour and 20 minutes. Literally, I was saying to myself, I'm going over my rounds in my head. I'm going over all 3 rounds for the final hour and change. Because I'm saying to myself, I know I'm going into uncharted waters where I don't know nobody other than the league owner, right?
yeah,
So here's the premise. I'm going to Charlotte for the first time for my first time battling. All I know is the league owner, right? And I'm telling him, when you announce me, say from Winston-Salem, don't say from New York City, right? So they line us up to get ready to battle. What the fuck does Leg say? Yeah, from New York City. We're gonna bring out LG. So of course,
this nigga,
Charlotte, you could automatically Charlotte niggas heard New York, right?
yeah,
So now
Bias as hell.
who they glued to? Who get the tunnel vision in that battle? Who getting tunnel vision? But every word, every bar, everything you're doing, the microscope was like literally the microscope was on. So I understand when you say that. The only way you're gonna get those jitters out is if you battle away from your home. You are always gonna get love, and you're always gonna feel comfortable in your region. But when you step out and don't know nobody, you're in uncharted waters. Number two, you're gonna gain authentic fans if you do well. Because in my first battle with Broward, nobody knew me. When that battle was over, everybody knew me. So I knew I did my job, win or lose. That's the difference. Come in, shock value. Win or lose, as long as everybody know who the fuck you are when you leave, your job is done.
That's facts.
Your job is done. Some people be looking at the win or the lose. Let's look at the shock value. Let's look at the replay value. Was your op good? Yeah. Did you just go in there and slaughter him? Sometimes people like to see that. Some people like to see battles where you see a person get their ass whipped all 3 rounds. Some people like to see a challenge. You know, I used to love seeing battles where I watch a dude get 30. Now I don't want to see a dude get 30. That shit's gonna bore me. It's gonna bore me. It's gonna bore the hell out of me to watch you 30 somebody. Now I'd rather see a 2-1. I'd rather see a debatable. I'd rather see what Fredo got to do. He got to talk about it. We got to have different discussions and different point of views about it. Those battles are the ones that you want to have under your resume because it's going to be talked about. Not just now, even a year from now. You remember that battle such and such from last year? Why is he talking about it? Because it was a classic. It was better than the 30.
I completely agree with that, man. I want to say this too, man. Like, you gotta understand when it comes to replay value, like, you can watch a battle one time, be like, oh, it's such 2-1. Watch it again, and now you feel a little bit different about it. Like, those are the type of battles niggas need to be chasing. You know what I mean, for real, because that's what builds the careers. We want to see fights. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool when Tyson was going in knocking niggas out 30 seconds, bro. But we got our money's worth when niggas go to distance, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
You know what I mean? When
to
Wilder,
make it feel like that $50 went down the drain because he done knocked the nigga out in 90 seconds in the first round and the whole pay-per-view was over. And we done lost $100 on that shit.
But when Tyson and Wilder, man, went the distance in that fight, bro, that was a classic, man.
Correct. All three of them. Yeah, hell yeah. Even though my man Wilder.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with bodies. You need bodies on the resume, but I'm just saying when you look for battles, you don't look for a nigga that you can body. You look for somebody that's going to challenge your pen, that's going to make you bring out the best you. Because if you just looking for somebody you can body, who wants to watch that all day? You know what I mean?
Thank you. You're gonna get one good view out of it, and that's probably at best that's it. Nobody's not
exactly.
They already know what you did. They already know when they saw it the first time. So there's no real reason to go back and watch it again unless you got real fanboys that'll go back and watch 30s over and over again just for the love of it. But that's a rarity, you know. Most people
there's certain bodies that was just like out of this world, you know what I mean? That you sometimes it's just like the body was so bad you can watch that again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But versus X Factor.
You said what happened?
Clips versus X Factor, man.
Yeah.
You can literally throw that on repeat.
You know, when I be thinking about bad body, like some of the worst bodies I've seen, bro, I think about, I don't know if y'all even seen this one, bro, but it's a low key battle. It was Latize versus oh my god, I can't think of his name, bro. Damn, I cannot think of his name. It was on Black Ice, bro. But I'm talking about Danger Zone. That's what it was. It was Danger Zone.
I seen that battle. Yep.
I think that's still one to this day one of the worst bodies I've seen, bro. Like his team was throwing in the flag for old buddy, bro. Like they didn't even want Danger rapping no more. Like the way he was killing that nigga, bro. Like I like shit like that. But you know what I mean? Just a nigga that show up and he choking, stumbling, or he ain't got no good material, and you come in there with the fire shit you normally come. Nobody want to see that all day, bro. So look for the challenge. Look for something that's gonna bring out the best. Ghoulie or Gio or whoever in the comments, man, bring out the best.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get back. I can't wait to get back to work, man. Because we looking to get back to work in April. We got some good shit coming up, man. Where we'll probably even be down in the neck of the woods of Charlotte if we able to pull it off up this way. So I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag. I'll probably have a separate conversation with you, real talk, Fredo, because I may want y'all to play media on that for this one right here. That I think that'll also boost y'all because we looking to do something at a college, and we got something coming up. Sororities versus fraternities.
Oh,
that's big.
All right, so I'll just leave it at that. Me and Bills are working on that.
You saying
I'm still spinning back on the block. I'm still spinning the block with the Masquerade because I had to let go of the Masquerade last year. I had to abruptly move. When my house got sold that I was renting, so I had to abruptly move. So I kind of really had to organize a lot of funds and just put life first. And now that I got that out the way, I'm able to get back to what I need to get back to. So we got the sororities versus fraternities. That'll probably be first. Then we got Trade Folk versus Everybody Volume 3. Now that's going to be a lot very different because those battles are all 2-on-2s and fatal 3-way battles. Those are no 1-on-1s. All 2-on-2s and fatal 3-ways.
Oh, that sounds fire. Hey, we definitely in the building. If you need us, bro, I'm definitely down.
Hey, man, you always got to invite. You always got to invite to any event I throw, my friend.
Oh, salute.
Always.
Let me ask you, Fredo, who made that comment? Was that Gio or Gulli?
Which one?
Them and Dino don't got replay value.
No, that's on Gulli, man. In other words, he's saying he 30 Dino.
Oh no, yeah, your shit, that shit ain't got no. We not watching that battle again, Gulli.
We definitely not watching
it. Hey, Gulli is fire, bro. Gio is fire too,
man.
Yeah, Gulli
is fire. Gio is fire. You got a lot. That's why I say, man, I don't never have the energy to not give another man his props for his pen and how talented he is when he writes. Gulli is one of those dudes that write different, performs different, and I think that's why as an ex battle rapper, but now as a league owner or brand, whatever you want to call it, I look at his talent from a different level, from an owner standpoint. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. He got really good energy, good stage presence. You know what I mean? Carrying cadence.
You can appreciate it more as an owner.
Right. Same thing with Gio. When I watched the battle, I think that Gio I forgot who he battled, but it was so fucking good that it was really Gio's rounds I was really watching. He was killing the fucking dude, in my opinion. But
he always killing somebody.
Yeah, bro. But I was more appreciative of the way he put it together, right? And even though the crowd kept, and sometimes this is one thing I gotta say about Charlotte. Let these niggas rap in Charlotte. Carolinas, can y'all let our battle rappers rap? We want to hear their bars. We don't want to hear you stop and say that's fire every 5 seconds. We know it's fire. Let them rap. That shit has started becoming annoying. I just kind of had to put that out there as a league owner. We're gonna stop that shit up here in Winston as well. You're not gonna interrupt these niggas every 5 bars to say that's fire, bro. We know. Shut up. Let them rap. Cut that shit out. So that's kind of what I want to that's just me venting on that one. Don't do that shit at my event. We're going to walk you out the door when you do that. We're not going to let you heckle no battlers. We're not going to let you heckle them, disrespect them. So in OTG, let's just put it out there. We got a new safety protocol in place. I'm going to be working with a Black-owned security company that's going to be at our events going forward. You heckle a battle rapper, they walk you the fuck out. That's that. That's that. You're going to respect the people that come up there and put their pens together to come perform for these people that pay to come see these people rap. And sometimes we always have that one person who can't handle something that go to these events, can handle their liquor, just don't know how to act in public. We're going to walk you the fuck out the door. You're not going to fuck the brain up.
It's a business at the end of the day, man. And at the end of the day, like when niggas in business mix, man, bullshit happens. Y'all got to understand. Y'all got to leave that nigga shit at the door, bro. Like,
correct.
When you battling, turn into that person, bro. But when the battle's over, bro, y'all shake hands and you enjoy the festivities, bro. But don't get ignorant out here, bro. Look at it like a sport, bro. Like any other sport, bro. I was just watching a hockey clip, bro. These niggas down dropped the puck, started swinging on each other. Next thing you know, bro, they checking up. You know what I mean? Like and get back. That's how it is, bro.
And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Them hockey players be knocking each other teeth out. I'm not dapping you up if you just knocked out my two front
Bro,
teeth.
that's,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, you know what's so
Yeah,
crazy,
I'm
bro?
not
Like,
dapping you up if you just knock my fronts out on the ice. I'm not dapping you up every time I see you, bro. I'm gonna remember my fronts on the ice, and I'm gonna get my get back every time I see you. Every time I see you, you might as well just penalize me or suspend me for that game every time. Because if I'm in the building with this dude and he knocked my teeth out, I'm not gonna smile at you with no fronts like, yo, good round, good fight. Fuck out of here, nigga. You just knocked my
and
teeth out on national TV too, bro. Nah,
that's
we not doing
wild.
that. Nah, we
And
not doing
I
Hey
want to say
man,
this
and they
too,
been
man.
like that though.
Oh,
Like,
that's what I'm
that. We
saying.
not
I
doing
want to
that.
say this. If y'all can sit up there and allow this shit in hockey too, man, with niggas just riding around on razor blades and can take the time out to punch each other, we can allow a little swingers too, man, a little roughness in football and basketball. Y'all done
Right,
got way too soft, bro. Like
right.
that, you know what I mean? Like we can get a little bit dirty too now. Like don't let's not soften the game up too much, man.
Exactly, man. We're not trying to soften it up too much, but we still don't want to lose our professionalism. We don't want to give the culture a black eye either. So
right,
No, no.
we don't want
I've been
people to get
fortunate.
beat out of their clothes again.
We don't need no Draymond Green type shit, but
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah, we
saying,
don't need
like,
that. That's
you
what they
know, and it,
expect from us, though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I want like I try to kill the cliche. You know what I mean? Like they expect that shit from us. You know what I mean? And sometimes we just giving them what they expect. You know what I mean? And I'd rather not give them that. You know what I
well,
mean? So like
that's true.
I
That is true.
even when we come back for this year, like right now, I'm negotiating and working with Hanes brand to try to see if I can get sponsorship clothing for the battlers that we book for our card. So I already spoke with the merchandise director for marketing for Hanes brand in Winston. I already put a proposal, already put it together and gave it to them and say, hey, listen, we're a small league and a small company. Support us. You know, let the battle rappers give us some champion gear and they can model that shit and wear it during the battle. You know what I mean? And we'll even let the battler know, hey, champion wants you to wear this for the, blah 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 blah. Are you down for it? That could actually even open the door for you doing some sort of business with them on the side. So it's a little bit about better marketing and what we can bring that could enhance battle rap. So like me and Bills talk about this all the time. He tell me sometimes I go a little too big, but I don't never believe in dreaming small. I'm 6'3" and a
Right.
half. I can't dream little. I
Oh yeah,
can't
nah,
dream.
ain't nothing
I'm a
wrong with
tall
that,
nigga.
man.
I can't dream little if you're a tall nigga. You got tall dreams. It's gonna match. So it is what it is. So I just try to bring a little bit of different flavor to the table that's going to bring it up. So like even when we do the masquerade is not going to be an event where it's going to be catered to Negroes. It's going to be a masquerade event where it's going to be very upscale. We're going to book about 10 battles. A lot of them going to be female battles, and they're going to be wearing, masquerade attire. We probably throw a little party even after that, for a meet and greet. Have a couple of different league owners out there as well for the networking game, and just chop it up and have a good time after the event is over. So we probably close the year out with the masquerade, but we got like 4 events coming this year, and all different,
That's dope.
all different. We also got the bonfire event. The bonfire event is going to be a nighttime event. We have what they call the war room, and then we have the bonfire. So more than most likely, some battles will take place in front of the bonfire. But if it get too late, we more than most likely just gonna move it into the war room, which is just a couple of feet away. You know what I mean? So it also gives it different camera looks, different visual looks when it's time to do, footage and editing and stuff like that. I like to kind of mix it up, as best as I
Let me.
possibly can.
What's your when it comes to? Let me ask you this: when it comes to booking battles, man, and putting battles together, in your head, what does the what do you prioritize when booking the battles? Is it like a storyline between two battlers? Is it two fire battlers that's just on a hot streak right now, or do you
Yeah.
just
Nine
you
times
put?
out of ten is that. Not 9 times out of 10 is the second one. What I go with is I'm fortunate enough to know battle rappers back home and down here. So if you notice a lot of my cards, a lot of the faces and names you don't know because I already booked them from New York. I booked them from Jersey. I booked them from Baltimore. I booked them from Philly, Virginia. So I can reach out and just book. and get them to the Carolinas. And it's an easy sell because, again, now this is where I have to tell y'all going to hear something that's a little crazy. Some battle rappers or rappers, period, have a tendency to think that people from the South can't rap. Okay, this is not a unknown fact.
That's a major.
When you go from DC back up to New York, the bravado, the ego of us up north niggas is tremendously, outstandingly, crazy large. We got big fucking heads. It is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and put on the front. Now, when I moved to the Carolinas in 2018, I went to a battle rap event in Carolina Premiere, and I walked out of that event, and I jumped on my phone on the way back coming to Winston. I'm excited as fuck because I was excited to tell niggas back home, y'all better get y'all shit together when it come to y'all fucking pens. These niggas can rap. These ain't no Petey Pablo ass niggas down here, bro. These niggas can rap. These niggas is not. I understand what we see back home, what we see on the TV screen. You know, the songs we may hear, and we may be like, that's some weak shit. Listen. You come down here on that faggoty rap New York shit, thinking you gonna wash one of these niggas, and it's gonna be a long 11-hour drive back to New York, wondering what the fuck just happened to you. I'm telling you, these niggas can rap. Don't come down here thinking you're gonna walk through these niggas. You're gonna find out the hard way that these niggas can rap. Period. So off the rip, the one thing I learned about the South, period, don't judge. Because you got a lot of these niggas, man. They rap different. The approach is different. The speech is different. But the bars are still heavy. These motherfuckers are extremely talented and just don't get the credit or maybe even have as much media as they have back up top. There's more media back up top. You're really not in competition with nobody. You know that, right, Fredo? You're not in competition with nobody. Right. There's nobody. And so the lane is wide open for you guys. And that's the greatest part about it for y'all. And I love that for y'all, that y'all don't have to be worried about pit fighting for spacing or with another media company. Again, anybody that come behind you is really just, you know what I mean, coming behind you because you're the original one that's starting this shit, you know?
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing I learned of. That you're a New York dude. And I tell them all, I'm booking you to come down here. All right, cool. Who you gonna book me against? Book you against a homie from Charlotte or from Winston. Oh, I'm about to body these down south niggas. Fam, that's when I stop you. Fam. This is when I have to learn you. Because as an older nigga, I gotta kind of give you these. I don't want you to have that mindset. You better come down here and rap better than what you do at home. When you on the road, your pen gotta be better than it is for them niggas you know back around the way. Them niggas you know around the way already know what you're gonna do or know what you can do or your potential. These niggas don't know you at all. Don't come down here thinking you're gonna use those New York raps and it's gonna get you a win in Charlotte. Your fucking feelings gonna be hurt. You gonna be standing at that motherfucking airport, or you gonna be on that ride back home up 85, saying to your man as he's rolling up, "Bro, you know, man, maybe that nigga just was a little bit better than you tonight, man. You know, the better man won tonight. You know, you still fire, nigga. Nah. I already know what niggas gonna say on that ride back home. Well, you know, man, maybe you underestimated that nigga, man. He just got the best of you tonight, man. You still fire. You know you better than that nigga." This is what niggas say. Nah, that's just not gonna work.
Nah, man, they were being biased, man. They don't know.
You drove down here. You drove down here and you got fucked up. You drove down here with your New York bullshit and you got your ass whooped. That's what happened to you. That's what happened to you.
I love to see it, man. I'm gonna tell you, bro. I love nothing more than seeing a New York nigga get whooped on by a Carolina nigga, man. Because they talk so much shit, bro.
I know.
It's so much, bro. It's unbearable. It's unbearable.
I know.
Oh yeah,
We can't help it, bro. We can't help it, fam. Even when we don't want to talk shit, we talking shit. We can't help it, bro. It's just,
That's
it's
what I'm
just.
starting to think of. Everybody do it. I'm just starting. I'm just like that. That just got to be like it got to be a New York thing, bro. It's got to be, bro.
Yo,
Yeah.
Hey, but let
hey,
me
no
ask you this,
lie.
man.
I felt
Oh,
like
wait, go ahead, Fredo.
when I went to VA, man, like how you say you felt like I had to come back and tell them y'all not ready, bro. Like, bro, it's a different talent level. Like, bro, like
Uh-huh.
it's a difference, bro. Like,
Yep.
it's more than just the look, man. It's all about. It's more than just the look, bro. It's a major difference. Like now, like just going to like one RBE event showed me that showed me like why like the vets are the ones that sign to these bigger labels or bigger
Yep.
leagues
Yep.
say go on the road more often. Like
Mm-hmm.
you don't even have to battle to go on the road. Just go on the road to see what this city looking for in a battle rap. Like you can go to Philly and see what niggas looking for in the battle rap. You can go to New York and see what New York is looking for in the battle rapper. You can go to DC and see what they looking for in the battle rap
Yep.
Like you have to incorporate these styles so that the crowd can actually fuck with you, man. And
Absolutely.
it's like
Absolutely.
once you get all these styles and like everything, like oh you got a battle in Houston, Texas, then you know how to cater to a Houston, Texas crowd. If you
Correct.
battle in St. Louis, you know how to cater to a St. Louis crowd. That's why it's important to go on the road, man. Like, cause you go on the road, like you say, with that Charlotte shit, you gon' every time,
Every
every time.
time. I just think it's a down south thing, period. If you come down here with that attitude that you just gonna dog walk a nigga down here, you gonna find out the hard way, bro. Like, then I tell niggas this shit back up top. So when I bring them down, they all come down with the notion of remembering what I told them. Yo, don't come down here playing no games, my nigga, because it's gonna be a long ride back home for you. And I'm gonna tell you if you lost. I ain't gonna float your boat, nigga. Yo, how I did, bro. Yo, fam. Let me give you that look
That's what
like,
it
yo,
is.
fam. Yo, bro. I'm gonna still bring you back though, but you know he got you, right? You know he got you, right? Cool. You know he got you though, right? All right, cool. You still my man though, like that ain't no harm, no foul. We ain't trying to disrespect, but I mean that, you know, I always tell a nigga, man, an L make you better because it's all about not. It's not about how you lose. It's about how you come back from that shit. You know how you rebound from that loss. A loss could mentally fuck you up, especially in the battle rap world, depending on who you lose to as well.
Nah, facts.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely
But
can.
I've
let me.
seen some people win some battles they wasn't supposed to win. I've seen battles where they be like, "Oh, he's gonna win." Then I seen the battle and the motherfucker get washed because he didn't take that nigga serious because he thought that regular shit he wrote was gonna win, not realizing this
Yeah,
dude gonna come and rap his heart out. He ain't coming to play with you. He know what you could do. He the underdog. An underdog always gonna fight to win.
Yeah,
Underdog
that's my
always
whole
gonna fight
battle
to
rap
get.
career, man.
Yeah, it is what it is, fam. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I've been out the game because of this little bullshit that, like I said, for life that had me a little wrapped up. But now that I'm ready to get back in it, man. It's like I'm just looking forward to it, you know, especially that sorority versus fraternities. So we'll let
Oh
you know
yeah.
exactly, what university is going to be. 3 universities we hitting first before we start to make our rounds and start to, because we kind of want to make that a Carolinas thing.
Okay, but
it does.
that's
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, just keep us tapped in. We gonna work with you.
Well, you got to
And,
remember, man. Colleges got students as well, man. They love battle rap, and if we could bring it to the
hell
schools,
yeah, they be posting that bullshit online with them
okay,
them
yes,
them,
sir.
them, them kids be rapping that bullshit, man. Like they need to hear the real shit, bro. They
Hey,
need to
hey,
see the
want to hear something
real
funny?
Hey,
niggas.
Want to hear something funny? Right now, I got like 7 battle rappers that go to high school. They like in 11th grade, and they probably make their debut on Off the Grid at the very end of the year. Real young talent, and Bills will probably start working with them, grooming them as well. But I also ran into some more talent at Wake Forest and at Winston-Salem State University, and some battle rappers that want to get their first break off the grid as well. So, we just kind of put together something with the student body and the student union to see if we can bring something you know, in a respectable manner that'll also make the college look good. We also don't want to make the universities look bad, you know, especially if they are SB black colleges.
HSBU.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. We definitely don't
Oh
want to
Right.
do
yeah.
that. Yeah,
No, definitely.
we definitely want to bring the brands to the colleges, but we don't want to bring no bullshit. We want to bring the most professional people around because we want to keep it going.
Yes,
We
yes,
Right.
want to keep it like
definitely.
it don't have to always be an off the grid thing. You know what I mean? Like if we start this up right, another league if they want to join in a joint venture. Remember, there's so much spacing, bro. Like we can't be everywhere. But what if
And
we could work? What if we could work with 32 bars and get a league and get an event at Clemson? All right, yo, this was yo Juvelli. They looking for a battle rap event in Clemson. We can't do it. Yo, have your league go take that shit off. What we gonna hate for? What's the point? It don't make sense as long as we just do the right business. Everything else works out fine, man. As long as we do the business right. So that's why I say there's no reason for me to hate. There's no reason for I don't see no reason for anybody else to hate. Just create, man. Create, build, and put it out. Create, build, promote, put it out. Create, build, promote, put it out. That's it. That's your job. That's your job.
definitely, man. But
That's your job.
let me ask you, man. Since you've been around for a while, man, seen a lot of stuff, man. Let me hear one of the craziest battle rap stories, man, that you could tell me, man, that you experienced like in your career, bro, or something that you just seen in your
All right,
career.
all right. The craziest thing that ever happened to me was trying to work with a league, and not a lot of people know about this, but trying to work with a league at one point in juncture, and we was trying to do it as to where, like I said, you know, in the beginning of our conversation when we spoke earlier, you know, there was a league called Grid City. You know, they were called New York Underground, and you can look it up too. It's on YouTube if you pull it up, New York Underground. And when they had that name, we didn't, you know, a lot of people were talking about the name, they didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. So I said, listen, y'all New York City League, you know, you can't be like the Trap, you can't be like We Go Hard and all those other leagues that's out there. You got to find a name that's catchy, but it's also along the lines of New York. So I said, hey, why don't you try Grid City? Grid City sounds fire. Everybody agreed. Yo, we're gonna go with Grid City. Cool. They changed New York Underground to Grid City. No problem. I said, good. And since y'all New York League and I'm moving down to the South, I'm not going to be rapping forever. I'm going to start a league down there called Off the Grid. So that means we are not in New York City. We can move around anywhere. We can move anywhere we want, but we're still tied to Grid City. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll be like a parent company. Now, again, everybody was cool. Everybody was down with it. Everything seemed to be normalized. Where it went bad was when I realized that I was financing 99.9% of the shit. And the footage was not going on my brand that I'm starting to build. They wanted to take the footage and appropriate it elsewhere. So instead of having footage that's on Grid City, and then you got battles that's on Off the Grid, we're not sharing battles. You're gonna have y'all battles, our battles, but we'll still be able to share them regardless. Because when you go off the grid, it's gonna pull up Grid City automatically because we tied into the name. When you search it on the search engine on YouTube, you're gonna always pull up Grid City or Off the Grid once you type in those names. So it's a win-win. It was never a lose-lose. But again, Negroes and their egos started to look at it as, well, who gonna be the number one league? The number one league. What the fuck are you talking about? As long as we one of the best, who cares about that number one? Again, it's going back to this number one shit. Everybody want to be the number one shit.
Number one.
Right. So now our very first event, when I moved to the South, I said, yo, we're gonna do the very first event, right? In the South, in Winston. Because we done did events in PA, we were in Virginia, we were in Florida. So we Off the Grid done been in 3 cities, 3 states, aside from Winston. So if you can pull it up, you'll see us in Florida. You'll see us in a hotel in PA. Now, mind you, when we started to do that, I started to recognize that I was handling the booking. My man's is handling the editing and the footage. People's just bringing in the cameras, right?
Yeah.
But when it came to the financial end of fitting the bill, if you had 3 owners that are running 2 leagues, they was only fitting the bill for what they were doing in Grid City, had nothing to do with all grid. So I had to find a business partner on my end in the South that could match me, that could take the weight off of them. I focus on that, we'll focus on this, but we all working together.
Yeah.
When I brought in another brother, number one, he's an A&R from Def Jam. He just stepped away from the game. You know what I mean? Like he just stepped away from dealing with Def Jam. You know, so he knows the music business, he knows contracting. You know what I mean? He knows how to draw up a contract. He knows how to read a contract. These are people that I like to have around me because I can learn from them. You know what I mean? So now, since building with him, I've learned how to build an RFP, how to read an RFP and an RFQ. Some people, when you say that shit to them, they look at you like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Well, look it up. You don't know what an RFP and an RFQ is. You know, one is about profits and one is about questions. You know, that's what they're asking. So that's a whole nother subject. But again, putting people in place that could make your brand better. That's what I did. So I brought in my brother who I knew had the experience to make it better. So what I do for Off the Grid is I handle the booking, flyers, setups, and all of that is me. Security is all my partner. My partner handles the financials and the security. And we split everything down the middle. Our peoples handle our footage and they do the editing for us and the whole nine, put it on the brand, and we all building them together. All of us doing it together. There's nobody better than anyone. There's nobody that come before the crew. Everybody's one unit. And it is more than just battle rap, but like we go to each other's homes, we have dinner, you know. They come over to my family, see my kids. I was just out there in Michigan with them, seeing them and their kids and their wives. So like we're building a real friendship and a real brand. We're not just talking battle rap. Like we also want to start maybe even start an independent label and get a couple of producers under our belt for our independent label and just find that one artist that we could invest in and start pushing for. So that's the next step. We don't just Off the Grid doesn't just want to be a battle rap league. We want to be an entertainment company that deals with battle rap. So that's our next step. We're looking past.
Well,
you know.
So let me ask you. So do you have a relationship still with Grid City?
Yeah, no more relationship with Grid City. They cut that relationship off once we started to work with more artists down here in the South, and and it was like what you said. You know, again, when you got overzealous people that want to be number one, of course they're gonna tell you got to pick and choose, which league you gonna be a part of, Grid City or Off the Grid. Fam, cut that shit out. We grown men. You grown women here. You don't. It's wherever the fuck you want to go. You want to battle over there? I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Let me know when you free and you ready to come to the South. I got somebody down here that's ready to whoop your ass. That's what I tell a nigga. That's what I tell the nigga back home. That's what I tell the nigga back home to make the nigga mad. Oh, you want to rap up there? You can have my nigga. Go ahead and do your thing up there. But when you ready to come down here and get fucked up, call me, my nigga. I got somebody down here that'll fuck you right on up. And you know what they gonna say? All right, my nigga. Now I need to see what you talking about, because this New York shit is every day for them. Now I'm gonna intrigue you by telling you I got a nigga down here. No, I got 30 down here that'll fuck you up. Which one you want, girl or boy? I send a male or a female from the South to tear your New York ass up. What you want to do?
Hey, yo.
So automatically, I got your eyebrows raised like The Rock, and you want to come down here and see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Because LG not just talking shit. I know niggas who know how to rap, not just regular rap. You know, rap, not just rap. And I tell people that, yo, these niggas who can really rap down there, fam. These niggas in the South rap, bro. Don't let that TV, BET bullshit fool you, fam. That shit is bullshit. These street niggas, they remind me of niggas back home, standing in front of bodegas, freezing 30 of us in this fucking cypher. Come on.
I think what it is about New York niggas is that they don't realize how much the South idolized them, bro. Like, me and you met through me trolling Jay-Z. Like, that's how we met, trolling Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I tell people all the time, like, I'm not a fan of Jay-Z in his shows.
Right.
And
he's a boring artist. I get it.
Like Jay-Z, like, I didn't start listening to Jay-Z until the Black Album. Everything before the Black Album, to me, I don't want to hear it at all.
Wow.
But
You're tripping. You're
Wow.
tripping.
Black Album, everything
The
after the Black
Blueprint, the Blueprint is best album. How you don't want to hear the Blueprint, man?
Yo, bro, Hard Knock Life
Album,
album?
like,
The
I
Hard
mean,
Knock Life album? Are you
You
crazy?
tripping, bro?
I
You
Wow.
never liked
tripping?
the way Jay-Z rap. That's just my opinion, though. I just never
The
liked the way he
Hard
rap.
Knock Life album is a classic.
No, I'm not saying they have classics. I'm not saying they're not a great artist. It's just like I was one of those fans. Like when it came down to Jay-Z and Nas, I went Nas. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that animosity is still there, even though I done got over. It's like, man, that
Man, they done
animosity.
did songs together. You gotta let that ride, man.
Yeah,
Oh
They
yeah,
man.
we
cool.
done did songs together and they was fire. But the say like they don't realize how we idolize like what New York rappers did. You know what I'm saying? Or done. They
Yeah, but
don't realize
y'all took
how
it to a different spectrum. Y'all took it.
right.
I like
Right.
how y'all idolized it, but y'all took it and made it y'all own into something else. So it's not a carbon copy. So that's
I,
why the South, what they say, has their own sound. The West
I
has its
think
own
what
sound.
makes it like I think like New York was so like real and hard with their shit. You know what I mean? It's about the hustlers and stuff like that, man. Down south, like it's more fun. Like it's laid back. It's dance music. It's something. You know what I mean? To ride
Party.
in the Chevys too, man.
And
Like
and the
Party.
talk
it's a
is
different
more
vibe.
Yeah.
and the talk is
Party.
more broad. Like New York, everybody talk about the same thing. Hustling, selling
Mhm.
dope, chilling on the block.
Same
Like
shit. Same
down
shit.
here, like down south, like our talk is more broad. Like Prophet say, we could talk about dancing, we could talk about
Mhm.
goddamn hunting, we could talk about
Y'all got
oh
country shit. Yeah.
broad
Yeah.
experience of things that New York
Yeah.
niggas don't experience until they come down here.
You know the funny shit is, I would have to really agree with that last statement. You don't know until you get down here. Everything that you're thinking without getting here is an assumption. And that's what I hate to say it. We shortchange ourselves with the assumptions. The first three letters in assume is ass. So
Right.
let's just let that breathe a little bit. Don't make an ass of yourself. And I made an ass of myself. So I can honestly say that I had that mindset. Yo, I can't wait. When I was battle rapping in New York, I can't wait to get to the South, boy. I'm gonna walk through these niggas, man. Word to mother, yo. Wait till I get down there, fam. I'm gonna fuck these niggas up, bro. Now, here's how ignorant I was saying that, right? Only battle rapper I knew in the Carolinas. I knew one battle rapper when I lived in New York from the Carolinas. It was Karma B. Dead ass. One battle rapper I knew. So when I put up a post saying, yo, I'm about to move to Winston, I'm leaving Brooklyn. She hit me up in the inbox and was like, yo, you still battle rapping? I'm like, yeah, where the league at down there in the South? I'm coming down there to fuck shit up. She was like, all right, you better hold it down when you get down here, nigga, you know. I said, all right, just give me a flyer. I'm gonna go to the event, I'm gonna go spectate. She gives me a Carolina premiere flyer. I'm dead ass, y'all. Go to this event. I forgot who I saw battling at that event because they almost got into it. It was Drew versus, was it Zay?
It was they.
I think it was Zay. That was the first battle I ever seen.
Yeah.
I know it was Drew, but I think it was Drew versus Zay, if I'm not mistaken.
It
I could
was,
be
man.
wrong.
I remember the clip.
Right. Okay. At that event, I went to that as a spectator. Like no one even knew that I was battle rapping. I paid to get in. I mean, I had my little bud. I was with my little shorty and my brother. We was in the back watching and listening, just basically just taking in the vibes. When I left that event and I got to my car, I never forget my brother said, yo, them niggas could rap, nigga. You ready for that? I said, yo, nigga, I didn't know these niggas was doing it like this, bro. Yo, I'm so glad I didn't come out here talking crazy and get booked first before checking shit out. I would have walked in there and got my ass whooped. Driving back to Winston with the egg on your face, like, yo, what the fuck happened in Charlotte, bro? Yo, what the fuck happened down there? Fam, don't come down here thinking you're gonna wash these niggas, man. You're gonna get your ass whooped. Get your ass whooped, fam.
Yo,
I
man.
remember I remember telling niggas this shit when I came back home. Nigga, yo, how was that event in Charlotte that you went to? The niggas is trash, right? No. First thing they said, the niggas is trash, right? No. Fam, no. These niggas had 9 battles. These niggas had 9 battles, and out of 9 battles, 8 of them were classics. What? Classics. Nah, you lying, my nigga. You bullshit. The other people look at me and go, nah, he's saying that these niggas can rap. If he's saying that shit, then these niggas can really, because I walk out on you. If you can't rap, I take one of these on you. If I know you trash, right? And they call your battle up and you see me just walk off, that means I'm going to take me a brief chronic intermission. And I'll just catch your battle on footage later on. That means I don't want to stand in front of you or your eye and watch none of that shit. I'm going to go outside and mingle, talk some shit, probably jump on my phone, check on my kids. You know, if I take a brief chronic intermission during your battle, I want you to know that I think you and your op is trash, and I don't want to see that shit.
Damn.
Yo, I did that one time before, man. And when I came back, the nigga was still rapping, bro. I was like, God damn, bro. Damn, fam. You know what kills me with battle rappers? If you see you losing the crowd, time, nigga. Time. If you realize that nobody's reacting, and you almost done with your round, or you can cut it short, time that shit, bro. Some people want to get through their round. I feel you want to get through your round, but you've been rapping for 3 minutes and ain't nobody blinked, nobody showed the bump, nobody grabbed you, nobody. That's a hurtful round. It's a silent round when you rapping for 3 minutes, and you know, unless you in a quiet room, that makes sense. I get it. But when it's a crowd, I don't really expect it to be too quiet like that. I just don't like the heckling. That's the only thing for me. Let niggas rap. Don't heckle them. You know what I mean? Don't disrespect them. Don't heckle them. They took their time to sit and write their shit, perform their shit, practice their shit, memorize it. Plus, it's bad for the Damo asks, when is your next event, man?
Oh, we're looking at April. We're looking at the weekend of April 15th. I gotta actually holler at Damo. Damo, we want to kind of bring you on one of those cards. So I definitely get at you in the inbox, Damo. I actually got something good for you too. You may like this battle. You may like this battle. It's definitely gonna be a female Damo. So I'm gonna test your pen. That's another thing I like to do. If I'm gonna pair 2 battlers up, I'm gonna pair 2 battlers up who I know is gonna try to kill each other. I'm not gonna put somebody in there who I know is gonna get dog walk. Now, if you get dog walk, that's on you because you didn't come prepared. But I believed in you enough that I thought you would put up a fight against somebody else. You know what I mean? So when I bring people down, you know, and some people are reluctant and they trust me now. Like, oh, nah, I trust that you can set up a fire battle. I'm not going to set up something that's going to be bad for you or bad for the brand. It don't make no sense. You know, if I know you had 2 battles under your belt or 3, you know, or let's say a minimum of 5, I'm not going to put you up against a nigga who had 20 of them things. Now, unless your 5 battles you had are against some 5 heavy names. And he battled out of those 20 names, he battled maybe 3 of them was good names, but not as big as those 5 names. I may pair it up. It depends. All depends on the artist, their resume, and do I even think it makes sense? Because at the end of the day, it has to make sense. I do like to pair some battles up where people got beef and shit like that, where it's like a soap opera. But I'm not really into the wrestling shit no more. So the WWE shit is cool, but kind of gets a little watered down. You know, I'd rather you just don't even know who your op is, and now I'm pairing you up, and I send you his footage, and you realize I'm putting you against a nigga who could possibly whip your ass, and you come with your best. You know, because I'm more than most likely gonna pair you up with a nigga who could possibly whip your ass. I'm not gonna put you against a dude that is gonna be easy for you. You know, I'm gonna be working with dudes. Yeah.
Let me ask, man, who the top hitters on your league, man?
Oh shit. I got a few top hitters on my league. I got Joey the Sickness is one of my top hitters. Shit. Damo is one of my top hitters. Damo fucks with the league.
Which Damo is that?
The one that battle Flea.
Yeah,
okay,
Damo.
okay.
Yeah, we fucks with Damo. We got Castor Troy. Dante Credo is one of our main guys. Shit, you got Foul Cater, like I already mentioned him, Joey the Sickness. I got all my Treyfo, my Winston fam. So they're definitely on the roster. It all varies, like literally varies. I like to mix the names up. I try not to keep the same names in rotation. If I book you, let's say in April, I'll probably see you at the end of the year. I try to space it out, give other people a chance to get on the platform as well. It's good to have your main guys, of course, but it's good to work with others as well.
Let me ask you this, man. What's your protocol when it comes to like no shows and niggas ghosting battles?
Okay, I thank God in the very beginning of this shit, I had those issues where people was ghosted and no showing battles. Now, when you do that, we just don't book you again. We just don't fuck with you no more. When we book you, now, don't get me wrong. I mean, certain people have had issues where death in the family. I'm not going to disrespect you or your family member pass away. You can't focus on the battle. Life happens. So I'm not ignorant to that point. But if you was booked for the battle and you goofed off on some goofy shit, and we done spent money to promo, get the venue, DJ, cameras, editing, bar, this, that, to make sure that when you get up there for your platform, that you have the best look and the best visuals that could possibly be laid out. And you just no show. Why would we want to book you again? I used to give people a second chance. Like, okay, well, if it's a valid reason. I mean, I've called out of work for valid reasons, but I've also fucked around off work bullshit reasons. So, it's the same thing with battle rap, I mean, and I've had some battle rappers say, yo, I can't do your event on this day. Can you rebook the battle for your next event? Now that I respect, because that lets me know that you still want to do business. You know what I mean? But something happens in life and it pops up.
It's a difference between letting somebody know straight up, yo, I got something going on, or can we do this, that, I apologize, as
Correct.
opposed to the day of the event, nigga, where are you? You don't hear nothing. I'm calling, you're not answering. You know what I mean? Like that. That's the shit that gets me, bro, because to me it just makes it seem like you just wasn't prepared. You knew you was about to get your ass whooped, so.
Correct.
You don't have you can't think of no legit reason to call out. You know what I mean? So you just don't. You just disappear, hoping nobody notices.
But I'd rather you be humble about that shit. Be humble about that shit though, and just be like, "Yo, listen, right now is a bad time. Could we reschedule? Because we've done it before. We have rescheduled battles. We have rebooked battles before with no problem. Only because the working relationship we got with them is positive. And at the end of the day, it's no harm or no foul for us to rebook it. You know what I mean? Because we know eventually we're gonna work with you again on another project. So we have no problem rebooking you on this project or bringing it back.
Now,
like for example,
Now, what about the ones? Not to cut you off, but what about the ones who ask you to rebook it and they give you an excuse or whatever, and then they ghost the rebooking? Like they don't show up to the.
Okay.
What about them? You got them too, man.
Yeah, I got them too. That's crazy that you mentioned that. There was a situation where we booked the artist for Florida, and one of the artists that he was battling couldn't make it to Florida, so we rebooked it back in Winston. Now, the artist we're talking about lives in Concord, somewhere around there, and we were trying to rebook them in Winston for the rebooking, and that battle didn't go down. So the guy that he was supposed to battle was from Michigan. He came over from Michigan here and got no show from a dude who was literally less than an hour away.
That's lame as fuck, man.
Okay, make a long story short though. Make a long story short. Now this is how God works, y'all. This is how God works. Fast forward a year and some change. I run into the same battle rapper now in real time. We're not talking over the internet and we trying to set it up. We meet each other face to face in real time.
Oh, was y'all planning to meet up, or was this just
no, just by chance at an event, just at a random event. And he walked over to me and go, "Yo, L, I'm such and such and such and such." I'm like, "Yo, I'm aware who you are." Blah blah blah. We talk. He was like, yo, my bad about what happened, bro. He said, your next event you got coming up. Here's your flyer right here. I'm looking at it. Could you get me on this card? Can you get me on this card? I owe you. Right there, I didn't have any animosity or anger or any. I didn't have any feelings anyway from the beginning. But I had a newfound respect for the brother because at the end of the day, he came to me and just apologized off the rip. He didn't have to say shit. It's not that deep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wanted to make it right more so than me wanting him to make it right. Literally within 24 hours, I found him a bat match, and I got him on that card. And I called him 2 days later. Yo, you locked in. You good to go. I'm good. You good to go. I'm about to add your name to the flyer and your op. Give me your pictures. We're gonna put that on there right now. We're gonna put up a new flyer. Call it a day. We good. He came through to the event. No bullshit. We set everything up professional. He did his thing. We plan on rebooking him for Trefo versus Everybody Volume 3.
Okay.
Yeah. He's gonna be in a fatal 3-way on that one. But what I'd like to do is put some money on the floor for those fatal 3-ways.
But
If I
to
can get
the people that hasn't experienced that type of battle, man, break down the 3-ways, man. How does it go? How does it work?
well, a fatal 3-way, what we trying to do with a fatal 3-way is I got a collective of battlers that don't want to always do a one-on-one. They be able to battle this way, that way, which is a dope thing. But what I'm trying to convince battlers is, okay, cool, let's book it. But why don't each battler invest into that battle? Throw 100 on the floor. Each battler throw 100 on the floor. And each fatal 3-way will be judged. And none of you will know who the judges are. In other words, you won't know. You won't have a friend that's a judge. Really great chance. You know what I mean? It will be fair for everyone. So that's what we're working on now, going through that. Actually, we're working on that on the back end right now with a few battle rappers who are actually interested in that because again, they get to make some money. You know, if you win the battle, you walk away with 300. You only put 100 down. What we talking about?
It's 3 times the profit, man. Always good.
And as a league, we don't want shit from you. That's yours. We just want you to come and rap. We don't want nothing from you. We don't want 10%. We don't want 5%. We don't want to be a manager. We don't none of that. Drop your 100 on the floor. 100. Whoever wins that battle, clean up. You good.
Yeah. If you need any judges, man, let me know, man.
That's you don't worry. You ready reading my mind. I don't even want to let the cat out the bag or what I want to go with that. I would literally go to media first to be my set of judges because at the end of the day, y'all gonna call it like it is. You know what I mean?
Well, they gonna hate me because, like I said, and I'm standing on it. If you choke or stumble, you lost, especially in the one rounder. Been doing it too long to be choking and goddamn stumbling in the battle, bro.
Yeah, for a one rounder especially. Oh yeah, you're doing this. Can't remember. That's stumbling.
Right.
That's choking. That's this is the dead giveaway.
Everybody keep your hands. Stomp your feet.
Look, well, they start looking around for the bars like them shits is floating in the air or something like that.
They gotta take a sip of water, like the water gonna help them remember.
Like, what the fuck you looking up there for, bro? That shit ain't gonna come to you. It's a wrap. But yeah, I mean, you know, we're gonna put some dope shit together, man. Y'all always got a first class invite to the shiz, and it is what it is, man. Let's work.
All right, bet, man.
Let's work. I got some pretty dope people coming down this year. I'll be working with Miss Ill, Miss Illwit from Buffalo, New York, one of the top rappers up there in Buffalo. I'm bringing her down. I'm bringing Castor Troy from PA. I'll probably be working with Skills from PA. There's a couple of people I'm bringing down. We're gonna be working with Moon. We bringing Roller back. We bringing Roller and Moon back. Actually, more than most likely, we trying to get that for the same card and get two battle rappers in Winston that look. You know, get Moon and Roller probably be that'll be our main events for that one. So we're working on that probably for the summertime. We kind of negotiating that right now.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, getting a lot of love, man. And big shout out to people like Zay, bills. There's a lot of people behind the scenes on the low that support our brand and what we do and how we working. And again, I kind of just want to make sure I just show them brothers appreciation. Juvelli, thank him for his support. 32 bars, body bags. Who else? Like I said, I call your name out single. People like Zay, Bose, always been authentic with me since they met me. Gio, always been a good supporter. Every time we have an event, Gio was always at the event. Bobby Otto comes out to the events now. So I'm starting to see a lot of new, fresh faces that were not always in the mix and starting to now get into the mix. And I thank everybody that comes out to our events now, because I remember when Off the Grid, we only had like 10 people in the building. So if you was with Off the Grid at certain events, and you remember we threw events where only like 10 or 20 people showed up. Now we pack out. Now we have worked our way up to the point where we pack out. And we just thank everybody for sticking with us from the time where we were grinding through, when we were taking more losses than profit, but we stuck with it to the point where it wasn't even about the profit. We had to learn how to be better businessmen, and that's what we learned to do. So we took a year off to learn the business better, learn how to be better businessmen, better leaders, and in our brand, and we took what we do from our everyday from work and management and just kind of applied it into battle rap. That's all it really was. Easy transition, fellas.
That's what's up. That's what's up. We ain't gonna hold you too much longer, man. Prophet, you got any more questions?
Hey, you know what I got for y'all? That's what I want y'all to do for me. I want you and Prophet. I want y'all to send me individual inbox messages, right? I want y'all to put 5 battles together individually. I don't want y'all to discuss anything. I want Prophet put 5 battles together. Fredo put 5 dream battles together that you would love to see, right? Of the Carolinas only. I mean, South Carolina.
Hold up, you freezing out.
And let's talk about something.
You froze out. You froze out saying, you froze out in the middle of your sentence. You freezing up.
Y'all with me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I'm just making sure you ain't freezing up anymore. You froze up again.
I did. I see.
Yeah.
Hold on. I got you.
Froze right now.
Put 5 dream matches together. Fredo put 5 dream matches together and then inbox it to me. 5 Carolina dream matches. Mix it up. Pyrex League, 32 bars, OTG, body bags, mix it up. 5.
Bet.
Yeah, but I don't want y'all to tell each other the 5. I want you to put 5 and him to send me 5. And then we'll talk on what we're going to do with that. I want to kind of get creative on that
one. I bet we'll do. Right. I don't know what happened to Prophet, man.
Yeah, but we could always put something together, man. And I love to work with media because, like I said, media comes in handy, man. Some people look at media as always a de facto situation. It's only de facto when you don't know how to work with media. It's only de facto. Yeah, it's only de facto when you don't know how to work with media, when you got a shit personality. I mean, it is what it is.
This is what I was trying to ask you, man, before I started getting choppy real quick, man. You hearing a lot of shit, but what was the hardest bar that you've heard, man? It could be your own bar, or it could just be a bar that you've heard on your league, bro. What's the biggest room shaker, man, that just blew your mind, bro, when you heard that shit, or when you spit that shit?
Damn, the biggest room. There's a lot of them, bro. That's a hard one. Because I work with so many talented people, You got people like GP that punch his ass off. You got people like Punchline that punch his fucking ass off. It's just so many, man. That's a tough call, man. Zay got some good ass shit. My fucking Mike Bands was just on our platform. Fire ass punches.
Mike Bands, man.
Mike Bands had a scheme, right? Mike Bands had a scheme that I thought was fire. It was a fire punching scheme that he said against Zay at an OTG event where he was talking about, the dude was something about the dude with the haircut. How he always coming up to him and saying some of this funny gay shit. All these gay references, all this rigmarole. He took that shit off of Facebook. that joke off of Facebook with the haircut shit and turned it into a scheme punch against Zay. I thought that shit was fire because it was just different. It was different to hear somebody do something like you expect the commercial movie phrases, rap phrases, gangster phrases, but to hear somebody took a joke that was from a barbershop and kind of put it into the sequence he put it into. That I thought that was pretty fire. That was my most recent memory. And another one would have to be Ghoulie as well. Ghoulie had a interesting a fire battle at volume. I believe it was volume 1. He was at volume 1, Trefo volume 1, and he had a fucking God. Come on. He had a fire ass scheme punch. I can't articulate it off the top, but I remember how he did it. I remember how he set it up and did it, and I was like, "Oh shit," because I didn't expect it. So, and I appreciate it. I appreciate any battle rapper that could always, if you see me in the background when I'm hosting or whatever, when I'm behind or just observing, and you punching and you fighting. Trust me, you'll see my facial expression will tell you the story if I'm enjoying your round or not. Now, if I got the regular face through your whole round, then 9 times out of 10. If I'm doing this with my eyebrows, you know what I mean? But if you see you see a reaction, it's authentic. It's always gonna be authentic. I'm always listening, always listening. That's the job now. The job is to become a better listener. So. But I appreciate y'all for this interview, man. Both of y'all, Prophet.
Before you get out of here, man, we forgot to ask you, man, who your top five, your Mount Rushmore battle rap?
My Mount Rushmore all of battle rap?
Yeah.
Oh man, shit, that's a good one. That's a good one. Number 1 definitely would be Clips. Clips is my all-time favorite. So, even when he's not at his best, when he's at his best, he is fucking the most ridiculous battle rapper to deal with. When he wants to kick your ass, he's extremely fucking difficult to deal with. Now after that would have to be Surf. I love me some Surf. The way he articulates the words and things of that nature. I've grown to love the way he does it. Lux would also be in there. Would be number 3. Daylight would be number 4. Now number 5, that's tough.
Well, if we do a Mount Rushmore, all you need is 4.
That's all I need is 4, right? Then I'm leaving it at Daylight. Then we good. Then we good.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah, we good. I can't leave Daylight off that list because Daylight has that West Coast style of rap, speech, tone, energy, and I've always been a fan of West Coast rappers ever since I was a kid. Always been a fan of West Coast rappers, even as a Brooklyn kid. I was always a fan of West Coast rappers. Just you couldn't help it.
Facts. They got a different swag about them, man.
Right, and he reminds me of that. He reminds me from my era of that energy. I don't like the goofy shit, the shitting on stage and the gay shit, the antics. I'm not really a fan of your antics. I'm not really a fan of any battle rapper with antics. I'd rather you come in with skills. I'm from an era of skills. I'm not really of an era of antics. I like antics sometimes. It depends if it makes the battle interesting. But just to be doing it just to do it, I'm not really a fan of that shit. I still think that you could be popular without the antics. I think your skills can make you popular without you having to be over the top or extra, as they would say.
No, I agree with that, man.
That would be my top 5. That would be my Mount Rushmore right there.
All right. Well, yeah,
it was hard not to get Tay Rock in there because Tay Rock was like literally, it was on the cusp of it, but I'm like, nah, daylight. I have to get number 4 now. Yeah.
Nah, salute Tay Rock too, man. He's
Yeah,
fire too, man.
yeah, definitely,
But yeah,
definitely.
we appreciate you stopping by, man. And before we get up out of here, man, go ahead and let the people know where they can follow you at, bro.
Oh man, you can always follow man off the grid, man. Just type it in your search engine on Facebook, man. We're on Instagram. We are now on TikTok as well. Our next event we coming up is the weekend of April 15th. Look out for us, sororities versus fraternities. We're more than most likely booking 6 battles, 6 female battle rappers versus 6 male rappers. The male rappers will represent the fraternities, and the female rappers will represent the sororities. We're trying to see if we can make this an on or off campus event. Stay tuned for that. And we are working with Bills on that one directly. That's a body bag OTG event. Just stay tuned for that. And we'll be back. We'll be coming back this year strong, man. We appreciate all of y'all supporting everything, man. Salute.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. And you know where y'all can follow me, man. Extra Profit, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, X Thread, TikTok, all that shit, man. You know how we doing it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Follow me, man. Fredo the God on all social platforms. Wild Rap Podcast on all social platforms, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all too much more longer. We out.
Salute.